Competency-based learning activities teachers must know. Zambian CBC Explained, Part 3. Welcome to the final part of this series. If you haven't watched Part 1 or Part 2, please click the links below and start there. This session builds directly on them. Let's finish strong. Number 7. Drama. Drama is all about acting to show understanding. It's a powerful way for learners to demonstrate what they know while building important skills. For example, in computer science, learners can role-play as IT support staff troubleshooting problems in a school or office. This allows learners to simulate real-world ICT tasks and explain technical solutions, while also strengthening problem-solving, digital literacy, communication, and collaboration skills. Drama turns learning into something active and memorable. Learners see, do, and experience the concept, rather than just reading or listening about it. Number 8. Reflection. For example, after a group activity or a practical lesson, learners can write down 3 things: what I learned, the knowledge, skill, or idea they now understand, what I did well, what they handled confidently or completed successfully, and what I need to improve, areas where they can grow or try a different approach next time. By doing this, learners develop self-awareness, take responsibility for their own learning, and start to build an improvement mindset. They learn to see mistakes as opportunities and successes as steps forward. Pause and think. In your classroom, how often do learners actually get a chance to reflect like this? When you give them that moment, you're not just teaching content, you're teaching them how to learn. Number 9. Portfolio development. A portfolio is basically a collection of learner work over time. Think of it as a personal learning archive, something learners build, update, and reflect on as they grow their skills. In design and technology, learners can collect prototypes, design sketches, and completed practical projects showing their progression from idea to finished product. In computer science or ICT, learners can store programs, coding projects, or even websites and apps they've designed, building a portfolio of practical digital skills. So really, a portfolio is more than just a collection. It's a way for learners to organize their work, track their progress, reflect on what they've learned, take responsibility for their learning, and practice creative problem solving. Number 10. Presentation. Presentation is all about learners sharing what they have learned with others. It's more than just talking. It's a chance for them to organize their ideas, explain their thinking, and show their understanding in a clear way. For example, in ICT, learners can present a mini project by showing how they created a simple website or app, explaining each step of their work. Through presentations, learners not only communicate their knowledge, but also build confidence, clarity, critical thinking, and public speaking skills, all essential in competency-based learning. Number 11. Brainstorming. Brainstorming is all about generating a lot of ideas quickly. No idea is too small or silly at this stage. So brainstorming isn't just about thinking, it's about giving learners a space to explore, share, and build on each other's ideas. Skills they develop include creativity, quick thinking, language fluency, idea generation, and teamwork. Number 12. Peer teaching. Peer teaching is a powerful learning activity where learners teach each other. Instead of the teacher explaining everything, learners take the lead and share their understanding with their classmates. For example, in ICT, learners can show each other how to use software, like creating a presentation in PowerPoint or formatting a spreadsheet in Excel. Through peer teaching, learners not only master the content themselves, but they also develop important skills like leadership, collaboration, and confidence in explaining ideas to others. Number 13. Experimentation. Experimentation is all about testing ideas practically. It's learners taking what they've learned and trying it out in real situations, seeing what works, what doesn't, and learning from it. For example, In computer science, learners can write small programs, test different solutions, and debug errors as they develop software or work on projects. This helps them build problem-solving skills, logical thinking, and creativity. Through this, they develop creativity, precision, design thinking, and practical problem-solving skills. So the key with experimentation is that learners are actively testing, observing, and learning from the outcomes. It's hands-on learning in the truest sense. Number 14, problem-solving tasks. Problem-solving tasks are all about giving learners real problems to think through and solve. The goal is for learners to apply what they know, reason carefully, and make decisions that actually work. For example, in computer science, learners can troubleshoot software or hardware issues, figuring out step by step how to fix the problem. When learners do these kinds of tasks, they are actively developing reasoning, logical thinking, and decision-making skills, all essential for real-life situations. Number 15, project work. Project work is all about long-term learning. It gives learners a chance to take what they know and apply it over time, rather than in a single lesson. For example, in ICT, learners can create a simple website, planning the pages, designing the layout, and testing how it works. Through these kinds of projects, learners are not just completing tasks, they are developing important skills like planning, creativity, and responsibility. The key is that learners take ownership of their learning, manage their time and resources, and see a real outcome from their effort. Key takeaways for teachers. Competency-based teaching is activity first. Skills matter more than notes. Every lesson must show evidence of learning. Let's make this interactive. Which of these activities are you already using? Which one will you start using after this session? Your answer could help another teacher struggling with CBC. Like this video if it helps. Subscribe for more practical CBC teaching strategies. Share with a colleague. Let's build a community of teachers who teach for skills, not memorization.